Hi everyone, viewers question time from Gloria M. I think I used to overcomplicate things. I'll write you about it and see. I would like to know, do you agree with me, and if you have some extra comments. Number one, if I experience an unwanted situation and it causes certain feelings, all I have to do is imagine the opposite situation and live in that state. For example, a friend ghosted me. Instead of feeling lack and anxiety about him and the situation, I replaced that state with a state of, we have the best communication ever, and just focused on that. That didn't come out well. Focused, that was supposed to be. So, whenever I think about him, I think about how we enjoy our communication and how everything is fine. Despite that, in the 3D, he's still ghosting me. Basically, I don't have to identify limiting beliefs or ask someone what's wrong that caused that. Just live in the end result and everything will be fine. And you put a question mark as in, is that right? Yes. We spend a lot of time working out a lot of stuff. If we hop into living in the end, then that's a great way to shorten and shortcut the work. I think when things aren't working, sometimes it's good to go and look at the beliefs that we hold. But I would try this first because this is quicker, easier, faster, less complicated. So as much as going digging for beliefs and looking at what beliefs we hold that really handbrake what we're doing, I think this is a much faster, quicker way to get to where you want to go if you're able to do it. So yes, yes, yes. Number two, if we want to change someone who is known that is a rude person and we see evidence of it and we want to change the person or our perception of them, all we have to do is see that person as someone polite and, despite the bad reputation, live in the state how that person is so kind, not put attention on what other people say. Exactly. I did that with a partner of mine who was quite nasty, and I just imagined him being kind and loving and that we would laugh and we would have great conversations, and that person transformed. Was it quick? No. It took some months because I had it ingrained in my consciousness that this person was nasty. So it's not that you can't do it, it's just practice it, get better at it, and then you will see the outside transform. I think I realize why some people see someone as good and other people as bad. Good or bad is created by someone's perception. Focus, right? Yes, right. So by applying this, you can manifest the rudest person in the world to be the kindest in the world towards you. Yes, 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 yes. Three, if we suddenly aren't attracted to someone and we don't see them like we used to, for example, we don't like them as much as before, we lose interest. Does that mean that they will have a limiting belief that pushes us away from them? So we are manifesting that into our reality. We don't care anymore. Yes, that's a possibility, or it could be that you just lose interest because you might be attracted to different things now than you were, say, a year or two ago when you first met them. So it's two halves of a nut with that one, Gloria. It could be what you said. And I'm going to go back over this because I think this is important. If we suddenly aren't attracted to someone and we don't see them like we used to, for example, we don't like them as much as before, we lose interest. Does that mean that they have a limiting belief that pushes us away from them? It might not be a limiting belief. It might be also that they want to be single or they want to be free and they don't want to be in a relationship. So that belief can create the end result you're talking about, but sometimes also someone can have that going on, but then you are still attached and want to be with them. So that one I think can swing both ways. It's a good question because yes, everyone is us pushed out and we are them pushed out as well. So you're looking at it from two separate vantage points, okay? Now, you said, I know I asked basic questions, but I don't know why I'm so complicating I was so complicating all of that before. I think I was attached too much to how. Yeah, and I think a lot of people are attached to the how, Gloria. We try with our little brains work out how's this going to happen, when's this going to happen. I think a big part of this learning is letting go of those two things. How and when, how and when, how and when, and just live in the state. Let go, surrender, and allow, 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 allow. And I'm going to say allow again because this is where I see people get snagged. They don't allow. They try and micromanage. They try and coax. They try and poke. They try and fish for information. That comment's for you about the fishing, and you know who you are and how you've overcome it. So I was attached, okay, I'm going to go back over that bit. I was attached too much to how, like I have to do more stuff to get the manifestation. Yeah, which is still trying to manipulate, make things happen. And I think so much of our humanness is about letting go of that, letting go of trying to make something happen. Okay? Now, it all comes to flipping the states and wanted assumptions. Oh, I like the way you said that. I'm going to say it again. It all comes to flipping the states and wanted assumptions. Nice. I assume what you will say, but I am very curious. Do you have something to add to it? If you don't, that means I'm a good pupil. Well, I've done the YouTube because I think your question's really good. And it's like advanced questioning. And that's fun. And it's good to think about it, and it's good to work it out, and it's good to look at things from different angles, and it's good to try and test things out, you know, because so much of this stuff is experimental, and what works for me might not work for you, and what works for, you know, John might not work for Sally. So Sally's in my brain because I'm about to go and have lunch with her. Sally, I'll meet you there shortly. So it really is about testing things out for you. Test it out. Practice. Try. See what happens. It's like a little experiment between you and you. This is what Florence Scovel Shinn talked about. It's the game of life and how to play it. Play it. Try it. Do it. You know? And all this stuff, it's not one size fits all. I mean, so many of you, you know, do affirmations, and there's a whole tribe that doesn't like them, and then there's those that go through the feeling state and they don't do anything else, and then there's those that love to visualize. Find your lane, stay in your lane, try things out, and then get really good at, you know, say your top 3 things, and then you, from that, you go forward and you get more advanced. And I think when you get more advanced, you learn more surrender quickly, and letting go and allowing and faith and trust. Trusting yourself and trusting life, and stop trying to coax all this stuff to grow. Stop stepping on the plants. Okay? See you later.